As a neighborhood surrounded by water, maintaining water quality in our lakes is important. We also have some cleanup to do. What would you do as a representative of our community?
I think that, first of all, there isn't an easy answer to cleaning the lakes, but we are getting closer to some good answers. The city has actions that it can take, and also has started to work on building partnerships that reach beyond Madison's borders. The actions that the city can take now include reducing goose and carp populations, which would be huge. I mean, they think that the goose populations are one of the biggest factors in beach closings. And there are a whole bunch of plans about cleaning the beaches so that they aren't contaminated. We can protect wetlands, which, frankly, despite what Scott Walker says, wetlands are the workhorses of cleaning water. We can reduce runoff from new developments, make sure that when a new development goes in, it has to meet certain standards for keeping the water on site. They've done this in Germany, and they've come up with some fabulous new innovations, green roofs and so on, to reduce runoff. And there are other ideas about reducing urban runoff, which includes take one area and just do everything we know to reduce the runoff from that area and see how it works, and then compare it to an area that has not been modified yet. Then the other thing, of course, is continuing to build the political support with other partners, the county, the state, farmers organizations, people who live outside of Madison, to find solutions, including manure digesters and other possible ideas for reducing runoff, farm runoff that comes into the lake.
Thank you, sir. TJ?
It's one of those things when you go knock on doors, everyone, especially in this neighborhood, talks about how much they love the lakes and how much they'd like to see the lakes in better shape and improvement there. And I've begun asking, and do you have ideas? Because it's a very difficult issue. I think some of the ideas Sue mentioned are very good ones. Reducing the goose population, invasive species in general are a big problem. My understanding is that most of the responsibility of this lay with the state and with the county, but there are some things that we can do as a city and as volunteer organizations. I think the Love the Lakes, Don't Leaf Them was a great campaign, and I think educational campaigns like that the city can support. My understanding is that the enforcement on construction runoff ordinances has not been what it should be, and I think the city can put more resources into enforcing that. The phosphorus ban's obviously a good thing. I know that there was something done with herbicides on the Asian European milfoil in Lake Monona last year, and they're still kind of waiting to see if that had any long-term effect. When you add herbicides and other things like that, you have to be careful with unintended consequences also. I know some lakes in Michigan where they're actually using imported beetles that eat the Asian European milfoil, which has proven to be relatively successful. And again, unintended consequences, you have to study it carefully. There's some experiments going on in Lake Lingler that Edgewood College is involved in to clean up portions of that. Monitor these, encourage these, and as Sue said also, I think that education campaigns, public relations campaigns are important.